She spent years putting people in handcuffs. That night, she was the one wearing them. Devin Flanagan believed that her badge was going to rescue her life. She thought her title as Special Assistant Attorney General made her untouchable. She thought wrong. Police report: what originally was a night out turned into a viral sensation. Body camera video of a prosecutor threatening the very officers she would engage in combat with on a daily basis. Devin Hogan Flanagan wasn't someone you'd recognize on the street. She kept a low profile and worked behind the scenes. But in Rhode Island's legal world, she wielded real power. As a Special Assistant Attorney General, working for the state, she did prosecute criminal cases. She put people in prison. She understood how the system worked from the inside out, including every procedure, policy, and possibility from right to wrong. Her position demanded a high level of values: trust, the capacity to appear in front of a jury and represent justice itself. That night at the Clark Cook House, everything came crashing down. Here's what we know. Flanagan and her friend were asked to leave the restaurant. They said no. Police were called to what should have been a simple trespassing incident. However, nothing about this was straightforward.
I want you to turn your body cam off. Protocol is that you turn it off. If a citizen requests it to turn it off, she's a lawyer.
So they want you guys to leave?
Yes, we're going to.
Let's just leave. Let's just make it easy, okay?
When the officers arrived, Flanagan started chatting, not apologizing, not attempting to de-escalate. She kept mentioning people's names. According to witnesses, she cited her role as Attorney General over 20 times. 20 times in just one encounter. This body camera footage reveals the true story. We see someone who truly believed that her professional title made her untouchable. Someone who believed the rules extended to everyone else. Then came the moment that altered everything. A direct threat, from a prosecutor to police officers, while being arrested, all caught on camera. The footage hit social media like a bomb.
Do we want to chat?
I know that your protocol is...
So you're trespassing, so we got to leave now. Unless you want to be in there.
We're not trespassing. You haven't notified us that we're trespassing. Number one.
What did
Number
I
two.
just say to you? You're trespassing.
Number
Let's go.
one. Number one.
I don't
Number
want
two.
to arrest you guys.
You're not going to arrest us. Number
lawyer, so she knows.
Well, that's lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we got to go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an
What's she
AG.
saying?
I'm an AG.
Good for you. We're going. Let's go.
This wasn't your typical awful arrest video. This was a prosecutor threatening cops for performing their duties. Someone whose entire career has been based on the concept that no one is above the law tries to put herself above it. The charges were issued quickly: willful trespass for Flanagan, as well as unlawful behavior and resisting arrest for her friend. But the true damage had already been done. The Rhode Island Attorney General's office had to publicly announce the arrest. There was no way to spin this or make it disappear.
Treated the Newport Police Department horribly. Just really hard to find and keep capable lawyers. And so I just have to think really carefully about this one. But no question, there'll be a strong, strong sanction.
The footage was too clear, and the conduct was too severe. For the officers involved, this put them in an impossible position. They're arresting someone they might have to work with professionally, her friend, who literally just threatened them. But they handled it by the book, staying professional even as she tried to scream it off.
You're not. She's not being arrested. Let's go.
I'm not being arrested. You're putting me in cuffs. I'm not being arrested.
Do you have any weapons on you?
No. I'm an AG.
Her badge is in the car. You want to go get a badge?
Let me tell you something. You're
Buddy,
arresting.
get the hell out of here. Buddy, just seriously.
You're arresting an AG. Let me tell you something.
Are you under arrest right now? No.
You're putting me in handcuffs and you're Mirandizing. You're not Mirandizing me.
This story hit a nerve because it confirmed what a lot of people already suspected, that there's a different set of rules for the powerful. We've all heard stories about people attempting to talk their way out of tickets by pretending to know the mayor or anything. But this was different. This was a prosecutor whose credibility in court is based on her integrity, blatantly trying to misuse her position. The timing could not be worse for public confidence in the legal system. People already doubt that there are actual penalties for those in positions of authority. This was proof that some of them don't believe they should. Consider how this would affect each and every case Flanagan has ever prosecuted. This video will be a goldmine for defense attorneys. How can you argue that someone should obey the law when the prosecutor herself was caught attempting to seek preferential treatment for violating it. As they watched, the employees of the restaurant business were fully aware of what they were witnessing. Every day, they deal with entitled consumers, people who believe that their status, money, and connections qualify them for special treatment. However, it is rarely seen on video with someone whose work actually involves equal justice under the law.
They want to get arrested. In this case, she didn't want to get arrested, but she wanted to do the same thing they're doing, which is to use her power and her position to show that she's not one of the little people.
The professional consequences are just beginning. Criminal charges are one thing. Deliberate trespass is a misdemeanor. However, for someone in Flanagan's position, this may be the end of their career. Prosecutors require credibility. They require the respect of judges, juries, and law enforcement. They must be able to stand up in court and defend justice with authority. How do you do that when there's viral footage of you threatening police officers? The Rhode Island Bar Association will very likely investigate her actions. The Attorney General's office must decide what to do with her internally. But honestly, the damage may have already been done. Every defense counsel in Rhode Island has already viewed this footage. Every judge and officer she's ever dealt with. When your employment depends on people believing you represent justice fairly, being caught on tape attempting to misuse your power is almost game over. There is also the question of whether this was a one-off or part of a larger pattern. This type of investigation has the potential to find other issues that were previously overlooked. This case is a perfect example of why body cameras matter so much. Without this body cam footage, it could have been her word against the police's. Perhaps it is handled quietly, internally. Perhaps the officers face inquiries about why they arrested a prosecutor. Maybe Flanagan gets away with it all. Instead, we have objective evidence of precisely what occurred. The cops are safe from false accusations, and the public sees how someone in power behaves when they believe no one is looking. The irony is incredible. Devin Flanagan spent her entire career manipulating evidence to prosecute others. Now she's been undone by the most powerful evidence of all, camera footage of her own behavior. She forgot the most basic principle of the system she served. Nobody is above the law. Not prosecutors, not politicians, not anyone. One night out, one moment of entitlement, one body camera recording. Devin Flanagan thought her position made her untouchable. The footage proves she was wrong. The officers did their jobs. The system worked. A prosecutor learned the hard way that the law applies to everyone, including those who enforce it. What are your thoughts about this? Should there be any other penalties besides the criminal charges? Please let me know in the comments. Be sure to subscribe.